release me from my winter hell. I've got candles and candy, I can be your daddy if you only let me creep into your prison cell. Hey baby, can you tell I'm not a criminal? Your choice is seminal. I want you to stay true to what's right for you. No matter who or know what will others say, just find your way and try to stay true. Just speak low, stand in your row. Try not to show this life's a show. Try not to glow. Way down below, it's a lot of woe. And that's not a place where you would like to go. I've got cigarettes and brandy, which could come in handy if you just help me loosen up my hand grenades fuse. Baby, don't refuse my truth, but it's up to you not to choose. I want you to stay true to what's right for you. No matter who or know what will others say, just find your way and try to stay true. I want you to stay true to what's right for you. No matter who or know what will others say, just find your way and try to stay true, 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 true.
Hey, oops. Hey, howdy, hey. How's everybody doing? I muted myself right when I started to talk. It's like I'm new at this, like it's day one. How are you guys? It's very blustery today, Pooh. It's been very windy today. In fact, I I had the nuggie today, and we were putting something in the closet when the lights flickered, and she got a little scared. Poor little thing. I also wanted to tell you guys, if you're new to the channel, the nuggie is my granddaughter who just yesterday lost her very first tooth. She grown, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, and got a visit from the tooth fairy last night who left her $20. That tooth fairy is very generous. So that was really, she was so excited to show me this morning. So excited. Granny. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to just sort of recap what we went through yesterday. We got through the Henderson police report, and we got through the Boise, Idaho police report, and we got through Lauren and Grayson's first declarations. Now, those declarations were done on August 27th. So, what I'm thinking is that those declarations and the evidence named is what was used to get the TPO. Okay, the temporary restraining order, temporary protection order. Different places call it different things, but it all means the same thing. What I wanted to talk about today, I wanted to go back through also, just to point a couple of things out. We're going to look at the exhibits because I think the exhibits are important, but I think it's important to keep them in context. Now, one of the things that I am curious about is why there aren't exhibits from the respondent. And what I'm wondering is if only the exhibits, only Lauren's side of the stalking injunction was requested. 'Cause I'm not really sure how it works in Utah. Utah can do things a little bit differently. All states do. So, I'm curious about that because um, there's a lot of talk about the stalking order and did the judge believe her and all the things, right? We're going to talk about that. But first, let me say, Curious Christine, thank you very much for being a member for 14 months. I appreciate that so very much. Thank you for supporting me. Hey, Eve. They've changed the handle, so let me see. I think I don't know what it's. I just see it as EVG70 girl. But it's good to see you too. Welcome back in. It's been a long time. This is a live. I needed to be live a lot more this month, but I'm I'm trying to get all of the Ed Geins done and edited so that I can just put them out one bang 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 bang. There, Evie. Okay, perfect. Also, tonight at 7:30 Central Time, Alex Erickson has a live. Your girl's gonna be up on the panel. I have a redirect after this live is finished. And we're talking about Tisha. Tisha been up to some things over there in the DOC, in Department of Corrections, Colorado. So yeah, she's been doing some things, y'all. She up to some things. So we're gonna talk about that tonight or later on, I should say, this evening. Um, Also, Allie has inspired me to be more structured and have a schedule. Okay. There is currently a trial going on right now that I want to get into um, after we do this. Okay. But I cannot stream all day anymore because I've got the nuggie again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do recaps at night. I'm going to do. I feel like the 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern time is working for everybody. So I think that that's what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to do the recaps because um, this trial I'm quite interested in, and I'll talk about that more before as we get into it. But I'm going to post something in Patreon at the free tier, and I'm going to post something on the community tab so that you guys know my schedule. Oh, thank you, Evie. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Okay, the stalking injunction. Did the judge agree or did he not? Okay, look, here's the deal. Okay. Initially, when she went to the ex parte hearing, she was granted a temporary restraining order based on the evidence that she presented, solely her evidence, nobody else's evidence, just hers. Okay. Then, when they went back for the hearing in September, the first hearing, okay, that's the audio that we've all heard. And if you guys want me to, we can go through that too. Um, so, um, no, Crystal, I cannot imagine Ashley Banfield doing this. So, when that happened, there are certain things that a judge is required to do before lifting the temporary order. And the fact of the matter is, what he did was he modified that temporary restraining order significantly. Okay? He didn't keep it as it was. He modified it. In fact, it was modified so much that Dr. John, when Lauren and Dr. John did their response, he was angry about it and mentioned it more than once. So when the next hearing was scheduled October 16th, but the complaint was withdrawn, the request was withdrawn, then now she has nothing, no order at all against her. But the context of that particular part of the audio is quite clear. He was quite clear about what he thought that the what he was telling the petitioner, Lauren, what a stalking injunction was for and what it wasn't for. The context of that audio is very, very clear. There's it's not part of a larger conversation that we've missed the context on. I listen to trials. I watch trials all the time. I watch hearings all the time. The context was clear. Okay, it's not been taken out of context. The fact of the matter is that I believe that had the injunction gone forward, I don't believe that Lauren would have gotten a temporary or a permanent restraining order. That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. That's it, based on what the judge said. So there you go. That's my opinion, and it is what it is. Okay, so where we're going to start today is with the exhibits. Okay, we're going to start with Exhibit 2, which is the apology. Now, this is a text that was sent. Now, something that I found quite curious about these exhibits, um, hold on, let me move this over this way. That works better for me. All right, let me share my screen. Is the screenshots of text are interesting. And they're interesting in this way, and I will show you. Let me, okay, let me add this to the stream. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for you guys. Okay. Can you see right here where it says Wednesday, April 9th, 9:52 a.m.? Okay. I happen to have, this is clearly an iMessage. Okay. The fact of the matter is, this is the way that iPhones work. When a person takes a screenshot, if I were to text Neat Noodle right now, and then I immediately screenshot the text conversation, the text thread, guess what would show? Only the time. It would say 5:14 p.m. If, however, and today is Tuesday, if I were to wait a day, 2 days, more than 2 days, say June, July, August, 4 months, and then take the screenshot would appear in the way that this appears, which gives the day of the week, the month, the day, and the time. Okay. I thought, and that to me is important. Um, because when for me, this is just for me. When I look at evidence, yes, the actual texts, what's in the text is important, but also the little things about the text are important as well. And that will tell me how much weight to give the text. Okay. Because this is not law enforcement like doing a download of a phone. Okay. This is human beings. Okay. Not law enforcement at all. All right. So let's start with the texts. This is from Lauren to Christina. I love you and I'm sorry. Thank you for talking to me. I have a lot to process about myself and my actions. Thanks for letting me be vulnerable and being vulnerable about yourself. Everything I love about you is real and sincere. Everything I judged you for before I gave you a chance, I was wrong. Unfortunately, you can't erase words and they hurt. I'll forever regret the things I said and thought. But the truth is, I defend you to the moon and back forever. And I do. But I realize it will take a long time to earn your trust if I ever earn it again. And if I don't, I understand. I was so wrong. I wonder if she meant to put wrongs. I was so wrongs. Sometimes I put things like that and, just to be light, a little levity. But know that no matter where our paths lead in life, I'll forever defend you and call you a dear friend with the biggest heart I know. I'd do anything for you if you ever needed me. Okay. I'll forever defend you and call you a dear friend until August 27th, 2025. And then I'm finna call you a stalker. And I'm not gonna help you. And I don't love you. I don't even like you. And we ain't friends no more. This is what I find interesting about this. In the declaration, Lauren says, "What? You can't gift memberships? What's happening?" Here, I'll drop the link. Sorry. Okay. This is what I find interesting um, about this line right here. I'll forever regret the things I said. Okay. Here's the deal about that. In the declaration, Lauren basically chalks all of this up to um, she said Christina got a screenshot of a text where Lauren called Christina annoying. Okay. Now, again, I'm not as learned as some folks. I only have my good enough diploma, but I did excel in English. And correct me if I'm wrong, but when you put an S at the end of a word like things, does that not imply more than one? The things I said and thought. Hmm. Sounds to me like she's apologizing for saying more than one negative thing. So then I ask you, how can it be that all of this goes back to Christina seeing a text that says she was annoying? How can that be? Hmm. Now we're going to listen to the threatening voicemail that apparently occurred um, after this. All right, are we ready to listen to the threatening voicemail? And by the way, I just want to reiterate for people that are just coming in or anybody that's listening on the replay, okay? These are my opinions. And at the end of the day, this was brought out to the public. So the only remedy that I can give that can, the only remedy that can ever come from bringing things public is that the public is going to weigh in on them. Hi, it's me. I'm part of the public. So I'm going to weigh in on this. I mean, I can't do anything legally. So if that is what's the point of bringing this out publicly? All right. So here's the voicemail that's threatening. It's quite a long voicemail. It's 1 minute and 55 seconds. Somebody had quite a lot to say. Here we go.
Hey, Lauren, it's Liz. Let me remind you, Liz, I know you don't recall my name, but I actually think you do recall my name. But I'd like to talk to you for a second. I'd like to talk to you about number one, I guess, why you don't remember my name. But number two, I'd like to talk to you about why you are so upset about texts that you have sent to me in group chats about other people who I'm sure you don't. I'm sure it's hard to admit that you have said those things about those people, but I want to clear it up with you. So I would appreciate if you would call me back. No, not trying to be threatening or anything. I would truly like to clarify maybe where I'm missing something. So if you would please give me a call back, I would appreciate it. My name is Liz, Liz. In case you don't remember, Liz, Liz. Don't want to.
All right. Now, here's the deal. Liz, Liz, sounds like maybe she got into the cups. Okay. Or it was slowed. I'm not exactly sure. Perhaps it was recorded and then edited afterwards. Don't know. But I will say this, I find it interesting that the voicemail is labeled threatening voicemail when Liz, Liz, said, I'm not trying to be threatening. I'm trying to clarify things. Also, here's my other question about this um, about this voicemail. Liz, Liz, makes it quite clear that she is the one who shared texts. So why is Lauren blaming Christina? That this part of the whole debacle has never made sense to me. Ever. It's like Christina is the brain and all the other women in the group are the pinkies. I don't get it. Like she's making them do all the things. It's just now. Is it possible that there are people that are what I like to refer to as the neck, because they're not the head, they're the neck, because the neck can make the head turn any way that it wants the head to go. They're the manipulators, they're the controllers, and they do get people to do their dirty work while they keep their hands clean. That is a true thing. There are people like that in this world. But so far, where it's been a problem is that there's no dots connected there. There's no evidence that it's Christina who is the master of puppets pulling the strings. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And now it's going to make me want to sing Master of Puppets, but I'm not going to, don't worry. But it is one of those songs that lives rent free in my head quite frequently, just so you know. All right. I don't understand the threatening voicemail. I don't understand labeling it threatening voicemail, even though Liz made it quite clear that this was not threatening. She didn't intend for this to be threatening. All right, here's the threatened text. That's next. All right, here we go. Let me close these other windows out so that, okay. Let's see how this looks on the screen for you guys. Everybody can see that very well. All right. Hey, Christina. I would appreciate you not talk about our private conversation, which you described as vulnerable with other people. I have done this for you, yet I am already getting calls about things I said to you in confidence, and I feel threatened. Do not screenshot or share private conversations that are meant to be private. That is very redundant, journalist Lauren. maybe the better way to correct that would have been, do not screenshot or share private conversations that are meant to stay between the two of us. Do not share things I've said to you in private because they are considered private. And I reiterate, this is becoming a threatening manner, and I will have to take legal action if it continues. Okay. Then Christina responds, Lauren, I can confidently say what you're claiming is false. I haven't talked to anyone about our conversation. As for your other request, I think you already know I'm not the one you need to worry about when it comes to sharing private conversations. I'll be honest, receiving a message like this, especially with accusations and threats, really puts salt in the wounds. I didn't expect that from you. Now, who's doing the threatening? Again, I only have my GED, but I reiterate, this is becoming a threatening manner, and I will have to take legal action if it continues. I will have to take legal action if it continues. That is a threat. It's like when you tell your child, if you do that again, you're going to go to time out. You're threatening the child with a course of action if they don't correct their behavior. You're doing the exact same thing in this text. Okay? It's not a threat of violence. It's not a threat. It's not a scary threat. But to say that you're going to take legal action could be considered a threat of intimidation. You could be intimidating. But where is the where's the threat from Lauren? Where's the threat to Lauren? Where is the threat from Lauren or for to Lauren? Where did Lauren get threatened? The only person threatening in this text is Lauren, threatening legal action if it doesn't stop. That's what that is. Here's the Reddit post. This is another thing that she claims is a problem. Let me make this bigger. All right. Says, if you go back to her early videos before all the fancy backdrops, lighting, podcast sponsors, etc., those are the ones I enjoy. I started watching during her second backdrop. You could legit see her changing as the money came in. She started to get annoying with the Your True Crime Bestie openings. Okay. Supposedly, Lauren poached Annie's employee, and that employee is recycling scripts she did for Annie for Lauren. Now, this is a text from Lauren to Christina. It's heartbreaking to me that we would go from friends to you thinking I would participate in plagiarism. It's something I would never do. If you really think I would, you should report me. To post this on a public forum is so shocking. I don't know what I did to deserve this. I'm deeply apologetic for the things I initially thought about you as I got to know you. Yes, I made mistakes and misjudgments of character, but that does not make me a liar. I am not a cheat. I am not someone who plagiarizes others' work or poaches others' employees. I am someone who I am not someone who tries excuse me, to defame people on public forums. I stand up for people. I have integrity and I own my mistakes. I am at work and I am a work in progress and I am loyal and I am an honest business owner. Never would I ever, we're going to play that game. Never have I ever. Never would I ever try to hurt someone's family business by posting that they are practicing in something illegal, especially when it's not even true. As far as this Reddit post goes, many creators were asked to cover Emily Pike at the same time. Annie did not copy me. This whole post is unnecessary. But the comment from you crushes me. I'm heartbroken you would would A, think this, and B, write this. Is it okay to protect my business and ask you not to post my private convos private? Yes. But what I did to deserve this, I have no idea. If people are lying about me, they are lies. This is not who I am. Wait, are you saying I'm the one of the people who commented on that thread? Because I wasn't. If something I say gets twisted or misrepresented, that's frustrating. But it doesn't give you the right to put words in my mouth or assume the worst of me. And while I've talked about my situation with you to others, no one you personally know, let's not pretend the talking hasn't gone both ways. Honestly, it's hard to hear all this from you, knowing some of the things you've said about me that have made their way back. I've chosen not to throw that in your face. Anything I've said about you, I've either already said to your face or would be willing to. Now, you'll note that this is several days after the initial texts about legal action. And Lauren responds, "This feels like deflection. I'm not referring to gossip, nor have I suggested you haven't been hurt. I'm referring to posting falsehoods about me and my business on a public forum. And no matter how hurt you are, this is unnecessary. If someone else wrote those words, then it's someone with access to your account. And you and I both know if those words are coming from your Reddit account, they are attached to you." And Christina says, "I didn't post on that Reddit thread. Full stop. No one has access to my account, and I don't appreciate the insinuation or the accusation. It's not the first time you've assumed the worst of me, and I'm done defending myself against things I didn't do. I'm also not deflecting. I'm pointing out the bigger picture. You're demanding." Oh, wait, hold on a second. Am I even sharing this? Can you guys even see this? Ah, tartar sauce. Hold on. Let me put this up here. Sorry. Here you go. Better. Here, and I will highlight it. There you go. My bad. All right, make it bigger for me. All right, let me play it a little further. I'm also not deflecting. I'm pointing out the bigger picture. You're demanding accountability while denying your own role in what led us here. You've said things about me that were unkind and very untrue. And while I've let that go for the most part, I'm not going to let you rewrite the story now. You are entitled to your feelings. So am I. But I won't keep engaging in a conversation where I'm being accused, talked down to, or treated like I'm the only one responsible for how things fell apart. I've never rewritten history. I've acknowledged what I've done. I've apologized and acknowledged your hurt. I've never taken that back or pretended otherwise, even in my initial text today. I'm not afraid to own my mistakes as I'm an honest, imperfect person who works to be self aware and honest with my actions. Pointing out words written on your public account with a request you don't publicly defame me and sharing it hurts me. In no way rewrites history or disregards what I've apologized for and owned. I hope one day you'll be able to do the same when you hurt people and make mistakes. We agree to be done engaging. We agree to be done engaging. And once again, I'm sorry for getting yo. All right, let's take this back and let me see something. It's so hard to see. I wonder if I can see it on this better. Hold on a second. Let me make this bigger. So I'm guessing she's talking about the bottom text because if I'm not mistaken, is it not Annie Elise who calls her followers true crime besties? Isn't that her opening? So she's got to be referring to the second text down here. But once again, this doesn't seem like, I don't know. It just feels like a back and forth. It just feels like a little bit of an argument. Lauren is accusing Christina of being the author of the comment that reads, supposedly Lauren poached Annie's employee and the employee is recycling scripts she did on Annie for Lauren. I guess that's the one that she's upset about, which um, I don't understand taking the screenshot like this. If the important part is at the bottom, why are you cutting the important part off? You know, like when I want to show something to somebody, but I want to keep the whole context, I would have sent this screenshot this way, and then I would have sent a second screenshot. Of course, I also know how to do a long screenshot. I might have done it like that. Um, and I would have, you know, I would have highlighted the text that I'm actually the comment that I'm referring to. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Um, oh wow. Well, thank you, Jess. Lucid Jess says, I absolutely love how you guys have all wrapped your arms around Crusha and defending her and others against Lauren the bully. Well, I adore Crusha. I've adored her for a long time. Not there is no higher compliment to me than when somebody says Jen Lu roasts Mel the Bangs Gibbs the best. There can be no higher compliment. And I appreciate Crusha, and I really appreciate the work that she's done in going deeper into some of the things that people don't really want to talk about with respect to the Mormon church. She's done excellent work, and I would suggest all of y'all go down there, go over to Crushes and subscribe because it's very, very interesting. Toe Beans, I did. Toe Beans says, did anyone see Annie and Lisa's reply to Down the Rabbit Hole News about Reddit? It's on Rabbit's CP. Since we're here and discussing this, let me go right over. Come with me, you guys. We're going to take a little field trip. All right. We're going to go right over to Down the Rabbit Hole News because I did see that this morning when I was having my coffee. Another channel that I really enjoy. All right. Let me share this tab. All right. Can you guys see this? Perfect. Let me take this down so you can see. All right. Down the Rabbit Hole News wrote, last video on private as promised to Grayson. I was able to confirm that the Snarks pages were for business purposes for Annie Elise. Yes, it is Grayson's Reddit account. Annie Elise wrote, hi, this video was just sent to me. Just want to clarify that I knew about these pages. She created them a couple of years ago so other people couldn't. As far as I know, nothing was ever posted on them and it was just done to take the name. So there's that. All right, let's go back over here to where we were. Welcome everybody that's just coming in. So that's that one. All right, now Here's the threatening email, which let's see how threatening this one is. Bruh. I mean, here we go. Another screen recording. My pause game is weak. All right, it says, it reads, Lauren, I was going to text you this directly, but it looks like it didn't go through. This is later on in the day. Okay. The initial ones, hold on a second. Let me click those just to give you guys a timeline because I want to make sure I have this correct. All right. This all started at approximately, shit, it looks like 11 a.m. Okay. Let me make this smaller again. So now by 7 o'clock, Christina has found herself blocked again. All right, let's start this over. Lauren, I was going to text you this directly, but it looks like it didn't go through. So I'm guessing you blocked me. If that's the case, that's totally fine. Just be real about it. Hitting block after starting a fire doesn't make you a victim, it makes you a coward. On top of that, you're really out here playing the victim while casually coaching someone on how to trash Gigi on Reddit. Bold move, especially for someone who loves to preach about integrity every 5 minutes. But hey, maybe encouraging anonymous hit pieces is just part of your brand. I wouldn't know. I've been too busy minding my own business and not anonymously running smear campaigns in the comment section. Also, fun twist, I now know that Reddit comment actually came from one of your own mods, and yet you still claimed it as your own when bragging to your old friends. So either you're lying to them or you're lying now. Take your pick. Do you prefer hypocrite or liar? Sincerely, Christina. I love a good sincerely at the end, especially when you're being snarking. Okay, let's see if we can read this comment that she wrote. Let's see. Let me go over here. See if I can see it over here better. Let's see. Ooh. It's very hard to read. All right, but I'll try. Let me see. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll put it on my phone. All right. That should make it better. I was very frustrated by her most recent. Hold on a minute. It is highlighted. By her most recent episode. And then there's something about Gigi. It's really hard to read, you guys, and I got old eyes, but I'm going to try. And this apparently at the bottom is Lauren asking, how's it doing? Meaning, how's the comment going? Are people responding to it? But there, Gigi is mentioned. Gigi said this was introduced into evidence on Monday, and that Strickland and told the defense on the stand that he didn't remember those texts. All right. Sorry, you guys. Apparently, I'm going to be on the struggle bus today. This is obviously, now this is what you call a receipt, ladies and gentlemen. It's very important that when you get the screenshot, you get this right here. My comment, I'm pretty sure it's the top one. Christina, I blocked you because I'm tired of being harassed and threatened by others who are misinformed and illegally sharing and taking private chats out of context. The only coward in this conversation is the one unable to acknowledge any wrongdoing whatsoever. So, who is starting fires? Okay, so it is. This is the thing that she is upset about on the Reddits, and that she took issue with and messaged. So here is the post in its entirety. Supposedly, Lauren poached Annie's employee, and the employee is recycling scripts she did for Annie for Lauren. Not sure if this is one of those cases, but a friend of mine overheard the girls she poached from Annie talk all about it at one of the trials. Oh dear. When someone tells me to stop engaging, my response is to stop. But here you continue harassing me in emails, even though I've blocked you. You're obviously misinformed about Gigi. I never wrote an anonymous hit piece about Gigi. That was written quite openly by Julie Holden. Yes, a mod and someone who attended the Caitlin Armstrong trial daily. She was correcting some factual errors that Gigi had made regarding a case I never covered. It was never a hit piece. And Julie Holden doesn't hide her identity, nor did I ever anonymously write the factual correction from court. That was Julie. I asked how the comment was doing, which was supporting my friend, nothing more or less. I'm not sure how that has anything to do with smearing someone. Journalists typically adhere to factual analysis, unlike your correspondence, which is creating a false and defamatory narrative about me based upon a distortion of the facts and a misattribution of a post that I never wrote. But why let facts get in the way of your far fetched and false narratives about me? I blocked you and agreed to stop engaging, but I guess you have to have the last word because apparently you have no flaws and have never made a mistake in your life. So I will ask, please do not contact me. The fact that you continue to contact me after I blocked you leads me to question my safety. Are you going to show up at my home next since you know where I live and berate me until you believe your false narratives about me are proven to your confused satisfaction? I'm also asking you to stop posting lies and false information about me publicly, which negatively impacts my business. If you continue to harass me and disobey my requests, I will be forced to take legal action. Now, I have to call fair. Let's go all the way back and let's look at this screenshot. Lauren is correct. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. How's it doing? Yes, Lauren is correct. Lauren wrote, "How's it doing?" The other person says, "My comment, I'm pretty sure it's the top one." So the person asking, "How's it doing?" is Lauren. And the person responding says, "That's my comment." So Lauren is not wrong there. Let me tell you where Lauren went sideways, in my opinion. Right here. Please do not contact me. It should have been left there. But then she goes on. The fact that you continue to contact me after I block you leads me to question my safety. Then she asks a question. Are you going to show up at my home? And then she says, and then she tells her once again, which she's threatening legal recourse. She's threatening legal action. I will be forced to take legal action. The one thing that I noticed about Lauren is she does speak in absolutes, and she writes things like, um, where does it say that? It might be at the top. Hold on. Where's the part where she said perfect? Why can't I find that? It must be back here. It must be at the top. She's always saying things like, I never, I'm always. Let me say this right now. It doesn't give me a good feeling that Lauren continues to have to remind everybody else that she's honest all the time. If you're talking to somebody who's already calling you a liar, reminding them that you're an honest person, they're calling you a liar. So clearly they don't think that you're honest. Where did that go though? Because that part, maybe it was in the other texts. Because I don't see blah, blah, blah. She was. Oh, here it is. I blocked you and agreed to stop engaging, but I guess you have to have the last word because apparently you have no flaws and you've never made a mistake in your life. So, what's the mistake that you've made? I don't understand. This whole back and forth is ridiculous to me, and it does not. Once again, it doesn't prove that she's being threatened. Period. End of. All right. Now, this next exhibit is a video. This video is at the Lori Vallow trial when she sorry, I got distracted a second. When Lauren said she felt unsafe. Once again, these are exhibits in a stalking injunction against Christina. The person in the video is not Christina. It's Janice. But here we go.
Are you recording me?
No, I need to talk
Please
to you.
don't.
Okay, I need to
And
talk
please
to you.
Now, let's go back. In Lauren's declaration, she claimed that Janice was recording her. Okay? Listen again.
Are you recording me?
No, I need to talk
Please
to you.
don't.
She said, "Are you recording me?" She said, "No, I need to talk to you." Who's the one being recorded here? Looks to me like the other lady is being recorded, not Lauren. Lauren is doing the recording. And Lauren does not want to talk to her. She said, "Please don't talk to me."
Okay, I need to
And
talk
please
to you.
So let me ask you this, Lauren. Why was this necessary? Why? She wasn't talking to you. You you spoke first. That's facts. That's the way it is. That's what happened. All right. Here's the next video that is just on the other side of the door. All right. Here we go.
Please do not talk to me. I feel threatened.
Well, I need to talk to you about the stuff you've said.
Please do
about
not
me.
talk to me. I feel threatened.
Okay, I feel threatened by the things you're saying about me.
So then let's stay away from each other.
I'm gonna
I
talk
think
to
that you're a bully. Please stay away. I feel threatened.
Oh, really, Lauren?
Now, let me ask you guys this. What I continue to hear over and over and over and over in these videos that Lauren is submitting as her own evidence is the shock. These women, when Lauren says that she feels threatened, that they're bullies, etc., all of so far of the ones that we've played yesterday and today, and you guys tell me if I'm reading the situation wrong. All the women that have been confronted seem incredulous that Lauren is saying, I feel threatened. You guys are bullies. Like, they're like, what? Really, Lauren? They all sound shocked to me. Do they sound shocked to you? Is it just me? Because they all sound shocked, which is interesting to me. And also, how many bullies do you guys know? How many people that are, as Lauren claims, intent on stalking, harassing, and terrorizing her, right? Stop when you ask them to stop. She continues to record the interaction. There's no more interaction after this. Look, let's watch it again.
Please do not talk to me. I feel threatened.
Well, I need to talk to you about the stuff you said.
Please do
about
not
me.
talk to me. I feel threatened.
Okay, I feel.
Let's rewind that back a minute, because this is the kind of stuff that they're going to look at. Now, she is standing here, and I don't know what happened in between the last clip and this clip, because it's again Lauren speaking first.
Please do not talk to me. I feel threatened.
Well, I need to talk to you about the stuff you said.
Please do
about
not
me.
talk to me. I feel threatened.
Okay.
I mean, she didn't seem like she was talking to her. And she was not walking towards her. She was standing there. She didn't come over until Lauren said, please do not talk to me. I'm so confused by this. To me, that is Lauren speaking to her. Is Lauren engaged her first? Twice now. All right. So I ask you guys, who engaged whom in these two videos? Put a 1 in the chat if it was Lauren. Put a 2 in the chat if it was Janice. Who engaged who first? 1 for Lauren, 2 for Janice. Please, I would like to know. And I'll play this over again so you guys can have a very well-informed decision with the 1s and the 2s. Here we go.
Please do not talk to me. I feel threatened.
Well, I need to talk to you about the stuff you said.
Please do
about
not
me.
talk to me. I feel threatened.
Okay, I feel threatened by the things you're saying about me.
So then let's stay away from each other.
I'm gonna.
I
Okay, now you'll notice something here. She says, please do not talk. Lauren says, please do not talk to me. I feel threatened. Janice responds with, I feel threatened by the things that you've said about my husband. Did you hear Lauren say, I didn't say anything about your husband? Did she deny talking any smack or whatever, saying things negatively about this woman's husband? She did not. That would have been important to document, the denial. Just saying.
think that you're a bully. Please stay away. I feel threatened.
Oh, really, Lauren?
Oh, really, Lauren? And there she goes. And she's off. Okay. Now, I'm seeing more 1s than 2s. Okay. Because sometimes I can be like, look, I'm going to tell you, I'm a Gen X. I came from a generation where we played by the rules of the playground. All right. And the rules of the playground dictate this. You don't bring mamas into it. Number 1, always. You never let them see you cry, because then they're going to know exactly how to poke you the next time. Right. We were just, I was raised in a generation where you kind of had to be tough. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It simply was. Now, the next one I'm not going to play. The next exhibit I'm not going to play, and here's why. That's the next exhibit, which is Exhibit 8, is the TikTok that Christina did about Lauren's brother. I don't I don't think it first of all, I think everybody has seen it. I don't think it's worth going over for the 11 billionth time. It's not going to change anybody's minds. It doesn't move the needle of whether this was stalking one way or the other. In my opinion, it's unnecessary for me to play this again. Yeah, you rub some dirt on your wounds and got back up. Or you know what else? Walk it off. I got told that a lot. Like I heard that a lot. Walk it off, walk it off, walk it off. So I'm not going to play the next one because I just don't think it's necessary, quite honestly. It has really nothing to do with anything. I think it's inflammatory, quite frankly, and unnecessary. It doesn't move me one way or the other, and I don't think that it would have moved the judge one way or the other either. Now, not in a stalking injunction. Maybe in another type of hearing, maybe in another type of legal maneuver, but definitely not this one. All right, so now we're going to watch the police video. This is the TikTok that Christina made where she got a phone call from the police and she recorded it and then uploaded it to the TikToks or, however. Here we go. Hold on. I don't think I shared it to the stream. I didn't. All right. Let me make it bigger. Yeah, grab a drink from the water hose. We drank from the water hose, y'all. And let me tell you another thing. On Saturdays, if you didn't want to get roped into cleaning, you got out of the house. You were gone from sunup until the street lights came on, or you were going to have to be cleaning because that's what my mom would do. If you were around the house, you would get voluntold that you're going to help clean on Saturdays. My mom used Saturdays as the day to clean the house and Sundays was laundry. So on the weekends, you got up, you were silent going into that kitchen. You made yourself a bowl of cereal. You sat your ass down in front of the TV and watched the Saturday morning cartoons until you could hear the other neighborhood kids out there. You rinsed your dish out, you put it in the dishwasher and you bounced. You got out. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Why does it do this? I don't appreciate this. Stop muting it for me. I want to play it. All right.
Obviously you don't know the case law off the top of your head. I have an officer calling me. Spouting something is the law. And I want to know so I can wait a second for sure. I know, but what's the case law? I want the case law, please.
And then you said you don't screenshot them, but then all of a sudden
no, but I kind of want to now. If she's she's kind of harassing me, so I feel like I kind of want to. But what's the law?
Well, if you need to, then file a report down there if you get harassed.
I know, but what's the Nevada law? What?
I was just doing some searching. Here's the thing. I'm a patrol officer. I'm not going to do my own say I'm a best detective or anything, right? So I can do my due diligence and do some searching as well. So I didn't copy everything because there's so many laws that we just don't know about.
Now, this is something that I'm curious about. Okay. How do the courts decide who has jurisdiction when there is a group chat and there are multiple people in the chat? And not only are there multiple people in the chat, but not all of the people live in the same state, right? Because different states have different laws about text messages and group chats and all the things, right? I'd like to know who determines who has jurisdiction. I'm curious about this because while sharing a text message in Nevada might be illegal, let's see if it's illegal in Utah. Let's try that. Let's Google that right now. Are sharing text messages illegal in Utah? Here's the answer. In Utah, it is not illegal to share text messages you are a party to, but it can be illegal to share messages that you obtained unlawfully. Your action could become a crime if you share messages with the intent to harass, threaten, or dox someone. All right. Let's see. Okay, that's important to know. Harass, threaten, or dox someone. So, if person A and person B are both involved in a text message thread together, all right? Person A sends person B a text message talking smack about person C. Person B screenshots that text message and sends it to person C. That is neither threatening, harassing, or doxing. It's just not. It's just not. And even in Lauren's text to Christina, what she's saying is, you're telling people what we talked about, like privately. You're not posting it publicly. To my knowledge, Christina has not posted a single solitary text publicly. All right, here we go.
No, I can respect that. I can respect that.
Sometimes we need to, sometimes we need to do a little bit of extra searching and things like that. So,
but I feel like to have a police officer telling me that, like, because to have a police officer telling me it's against the law to do that. I actually have several examples of her sending so many screenshots to me from other people. So,
well, then that would. Person would be the victim.
Yes, so I could also inform that person that she would be the victim of this. So,
but how does one inform another that they are the victim? So, if it's illegal to screenshot text messages, which you're a party to in Nevada, and send them to other people, if Lauren screenshot text messages between her and another person and sent them to Christina, then she would also be violating the law. But how does one inform a third party that they are now a victim without breaking the law? Sticky.
But my question is, like, obviously you don't know the case law off the top of your head. I have an officer calling me, spouting something is the law, and I want to know what, like, so I can wait a second for sure. Like, I know, like, I'm giving you grace here. Like, I get it. You don't have all the, like, I can't even remember.
Okay, I find this a little condescending. I'm giving you grace here. Look, I'm going to give this chick a benefit of the doubt. If I got called by the cops and they told me I was breaking the law, my bristles would probably be up too. Okay, I'd probably be like, bro, what? But here's the thing. You can't be going around making false accusations either, Tracy. So how do you prove that you're not a lying liar mouth who tells lies? The only way to prove that is to bring the receipts, which is apparently illegal in Nevada, but not in Utah, which is where, and she's a party to these. So like I said, I do find her saying things like, I'm giving you grace or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Look, it's a little extra for me and kind of annoying, but whatever.
Remember my kids' names in a row at sometimes. Like, I can't even
nobody, the cop doesn't care about that.
Imagine remembering all the laws. So I can wait a second for sure, but I definitely am curious.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
This officer. Yeah, I can find it. Like, okay, here we go. Poor guy.
Obviously,
he's like, look here, lady. Okay, I don't make the news. I didn't make the news. I'm just reporting it to you. Okay, I'm just giving you a heads up. Now, of course, we can't see this comment. Christina's comment is thank you, especially because, like I said in the video, I kind of want to know. I kind of want to now. What's going on? Oh, just ruffling some feathers, laughing, crying face. Sunstar, stop touching your hair. Oh, it's so distracting. Some people fidget with their hair. Move along if it's distracting. Part 2, please. Can you do a story time? Haha, for sure. At this point, there's just so much. I feel like I'm in decision overload. Was this a mall cop calling you? Seems like it for sure. That's disrespectful, but whatever. He calling you? Cops are telemarketing for tickets now? Ha ha ha. I think they're just winging it at this point. LOL. Sir, was phone call done in official capacity? Let's be honest. He had nothing. Ha ha. So officially unofficial. There's just so many laws, we don't know them. How did I not even catch the weight of that line, though, in the moment? I wish I noticed that in the moment. Oh, wait, hold on. We got to be fair and read all the things because maybe we're going to miss some kernel of knowledge that changes this over. Ha ha, the level of audacity this takes is wild. Well, Bet, did you look specifically in Utah? Or did you look like just generally? Because that matters. When I looked it up for Utah because obviously the cop is calling her to tell her, hey, you broke a law in Nevada, right? But she's looking up, but I looked it up in Utah to see. So there you have it. All right. I don't know. I honestly, I think it's all ridiculous. And I also think that it would depend on the, I think it depends on the, what's in the voice, in the text messages. Like if I'm a party to text messages, I should be able to share my text messages if I want to. I think this is going to be a problem later on. I think it depends on how you're sharing it, what the context of the texts are. If you're doing it and you're saying, "Look at all the shit so and so talked," that's probably a problem. All right, now the next one, I can't take this one seriously. Okay, hold on. You know what? The pretend judge. This is where I am at. Still find the whole thing catty and a waste of resources for those who actually need them. Exactly. Exactly. This is ridiculous. This isn't threatening or anything. This is, a bunch of look, at the end of the day, you know what this comes across as on Christina's part? This is vague booking. So Carolina says, who says that she saw every single piece of paper and knows that it was because her 8-year-old son's medical records were going to be shown in her court proceedings? Am I dumb or isn't it against HIPAA? Um, HIPAA is the Health Information Portability and Accountability Act, and it really pertains to people who maintain medical records, insurance companies, and doctors' offices and stuff like that. But your health information is private information. It is personal information. And the fact of the matter is this, that wouldn't have been shown. He is a minor, number one, so nothing about him would have been shown. And number two, when Lori Daybell was sick, allegedly, pretending, whatever, maybe she was, I don't know. The judge cleared the courtroom just to have a hearing about her illness because it's a privacy issue. So I think, there you go. And also, Toe Beans is correct. There's the option to have records sealed. There are things that are admitted into evidence, like in preliminary hearings during criminal trials all the time that are filed under seal. So there's many, many remedies in this scenario that don't include going live to protect your privacy for 9 hours. I'm just saying. Okay, this one I can't take seriously because of the little mic. I know it's a TikTok thing. It's just so ridiculous to me. All right, hold on.
So like I said, she wanted to talk then, which totally caught me off guard, but I thought, okay, fine, let's see what she has to say. And what unfolded next was unreal. It was like watching someone trapped in their own maze of lies, spinning stories so fast she couldn't even keep up with herself. When one lie didn't land, she'd just pivot mid-sentence into a completely different one, like no shame, just constant spinning. And at one point she literally started mumbling under her breath, having an entire conversation by herself while I was just standing there.
Should have at least done your makeup, Jody. Gosh.
Yeah, because and then
Okay. The little clip in there with Jody. I mean, is that petty? Yes. Do I think that she was actually comparing her to Jodi Arias in all capacities, as in calling her the type of person that would brutally murder another person? No. I think what she was doing is inserting a clip of Jodi talking to herself because she's saying that Lauren talks to herself. That's it. I mean, is it petty? Yes. Is it anything to be afraid of? No. Absolutely not.
right, like, and by the way, that started. They were
Hold on. I'm going to rewind this a little bit because I want to see Jodi again. Also, I want to hear what Lauren has to say without interrupting. All right, here we go.
Standing there.
Should have at least done your makeup, Jody. Gosh.
yeah, because and then right, like, and by the way, that started. They were like, it's like, and I was like, would they do that to me? Like anyway. Yeah, no, I know. So in many ways, I feel catfish, but
And then in 1 second, she snapped and was like, oh, sorry, back to you.
but back to you.
And this is the part that killed me. She told me that we had to have that conversation right now because I kept repeating, you're in fight, flight, or freeze. Probably not the best time to talk. But she said, no, we have to talk now. My assistant is, quote, always with me.
Okay, but why would she be in fight, flight, or freeze? This is the part that's confusing to me. I do too. I think everybody does it. But like, why would she be in fight, fright, or freeze? You know? I don't know. I don't get it. This just seems like this. I'm gonna call it like I see it. Quite frankly, I think both these two are extra AF for no reason. That's what I think. And also, Christina, back up off the mic, babe.
I'm never alone, unquote. Girl, no. I honestly think she just didn't want her assistant finding out what she'd done. So like I
Also, pro tip. If you're going to record yourself, turn on Do Not Disturb for the love of Pete. We don't need to see all of the people that are messaging you. I do think it's interesting that in the middle of recording this, Lauren is messaging her. I think that was interesting. That's a pro tip. All right, let's see. I am so here for this. I know this person and have been wary from day one. So glad you got it out. Dude, same. You're lucky your alarm bells went off too. Yes, this. You desperate Rexburgian. Whoa. Right? She definitely doesn't want her producer/assistant to know who she really is. But the actual conversation is completely oh, that's the bonkers emoji. I'm still laughing at her talking to herself. This is just petty bullshit. All the back to yous killed me. So, anyway, back to you. A bunch of crazy emojis, right? Girl, playing her voice is diabolical. As in, give you more? Or maybe I went too far with this post? No, we need more. 100%. Keep going. I agree. We need more. I think the chick she's talking about sounds like the diabolical one. Oh, hold on a minute. She got a little clap back, Lauren. Look at that. Ah, tartar sauce. Hold on. Let me fix it. Oh, she is. I just love that she put the actual audio. The actual audio is
So, like I said, she
bananas. All right. So there's that one. This is petty. This is like, you know what I feel like? I don't feel like I'm actually discussing a court case. You know what I feel like I'm doing right now? I feel like I'm actually sitting with you guys live, sharing my screen, watching one like a Facebook fight, a public Facebook fight where I don't know any of the people, but yet I need to now I'm invested and now I need to see how this ends. That's what I thought. That's what this feels like. This doesn't feel like I'm looking at actual evidence in a freaking stalking injunction. Boo Sheet says, "Hey Boo, she honestly thought she was going to get away with this and nobody was going to would look at her. She's yelling, look over here, not over here, or look over there, not over. See, now I'm confused. Look over there, not over here. Nobody's looking at Christina now. You're right. You're right. And all of this, and yet the stalker whose only motivation is to terrorize and intimidate Lauren hasn't posted a damn thing. The stalking injunction is over. All right, here's the infamous clown photo. Here we go. I want you to pay attention to this. Can you go? Yeah, you can. Okay, just want to make sure. Look at this right here. See this number right here? 23 people have hearted this. This was going nowhere. Nowhere. Nobody is seeing this but you, Lauren.
At the end of the day, they have to decide who they want to be. And this one decided to be a jackass. But at the end of the day, they have to decide who they want to be.
She called you a jackass. Maybe she thinks you're a jackass. Maybe on that day that she called you a jackass, you were being a jackass. Your face was covered. Nobody knew who that was. I wouldn't have known who that was if I came across that on TikTok, and I used to watch your channel. All right, now, brace yourselves. The watching you I comment JPEG is coming. All right. If you need to take a moment, take a moment. Because the eyeballs are coming. They're right here. She put 3 sets of eyeballs. Okay. Hey, Christina Mack on the tubes. 1 eyeball is funny. 2 eyeballs is extra. But 3 eyeballs, clearly, you're trying to harass. 3 eyeballs in a row? Too far, ma'am. Give me a break. It's friggin' eyeballs. You know what? I have there's someone on the tubes. What is it's now her name escapes me. Who always comes in and puts 2 eyeballs. Who am I thinking of? The fish. Why can't I think of her name? She's funny. She makes me laugh. But every time she comes into my chat, she puts 2 eyeballs. She puts the eyeball emoji in the chat. Eyeball Gate 2024. Well, 2025, I guess. Give me a friggin' break. This is ridiculous. I can't even believe that that this is the friggin' give me a break. I can't even believe that this is the friggin' evidence that you put in. Here we go. Felicia O'Shields wrote, can you guys see this? Shift. That's it. Thank you, Cajun Mama. Shift happens. Yes, Shift happens used to come in my chat all the time and put a chat in there. Or put an eyeball emoji in there. Was she threatening me? No, she wasn't threatening me. She's just letting me know, hey, I'm here. I'm listening. It's just like a hey. Shit. Here we go. Hello, Dr. DeLynn. I thought I would reach out to you to share some concern for the community and for your channel. There is a lot going on behind the scenes involving Lauren Matthias in the true crime community. This has been brewing for a few years now and has recently blew up. There's a TikTok account exposing some of her disturbing behavior. There is a community that is delving into her husband's credentials and overall credibility. Lauren has been blacklisted by a huge Facebook community because of what she has done to the admins. Ask Kay Woodcock about her. Ask other victims such as Kay in the LVD murders. Don't you think it's odd that Lauren has no contact with Kay anymore? That's all I can say about that. Ask any of the true crime channels on YouTube that she has had any interaction with, or news affiliates and their journalists that are the face of their networks, with their involvement with her has been, what their involvement, oh my God, what their involvement with her has been. I'm not going to name names, but just look up the Lori Vallow Daybell headlines and the journalist who was in charge. The journalists that were the ones who exposed LVD from the jump. Ask anyone who is anyone in the true crime community about Lauren. Lauren will deny all of this. She will make up outlandish lies/excuses and make everyone else out to be liars. I think you're intelligent enough to know that when everyone else is singing the same song, it's everyone else who is correct. Here is the link to the TikTok account that is slowly exposing her. Lauren does not deserve a platform, especially one that has personally blocked all of those from that, especially one that she has personally blocked all of those from that can tell everything about her treatment of them. Terrible syntax. I wish you the best with your channel. Thanks for all you do. Sent from my iPhone. Look. Huh. This is nothing. What is this? What is it? I mean, what's the BFD about this? I don't get it. What does this prove? Doesn't prove stalking, and it doesn't prove harassment. And I can't even see, you can't even see who sent it. So let's keep playing, see what else there is. If you do not, oh, okay, here we go. Felicia, is that you in the TikTok channel? If not, is there a way I can reach her? It is not me, but I can reach out to Christy, who runs the channel, to get her information so that you two can reach one another. Would that work? Hey there, John. I have not heard back from the TikTok creator, and I have since found out why this could be. It has come to my attention that you are friends with Lauren and have been for over 10 years, and that your daughter may possibly work for her. I imagine you can understand the why the creator would not feel any trust in this situation. I suggest you follow her TikTok account. She has a lot more to share. There will be more revealed as to the horrible things that Lauren has done to so many out there. I hope there there could possibly be some part of you that sees that this is actually serious and not some smear campaign with unfounded accusations. Do you live near Salt Lake City by chance? Are you no, never been. Hopefully one day. Let's see. Are you a follower of the Mormon Stories podcast? What made you write me, John? I watch from time to time. I've enjoyed the episodes that I've been able to watch. You have a great thing going. I think what you're doing is important. I wrote you because of the fact that you gave Lauren a platform. She's on high alert at the moment, and it was perfect timing for her to do your show and attempt to do damage control. Don't allow her to take you down with her. I watched all the TikTok videos. The allegations seem super vague and a bit petty. Yes, they do, John. Can you please tell me the main things Logan has done wrong and provide any evidence you can? I'd be super grateful. I will not promote dangerous people, but I need details and evidence. And that TikTok channel was weak on both. They didn't even mention Lauren's name. Please help. I want to do the right thing. Thanks, Felicia. This is important right here. I will not promote dangerous people, but I need details and evidence, and that TikTok channel was weak on both. This is Lauren's evidence that she's being stalked. I'm not saying that this isn't evidence of something else, but it is not evidence of stalking. They didn't even mention Lauren's name. Vague and petty. I concur. Good morning, John. I can understand where you're coming from. Lauren's name is not mentioned. There's a reason for this. There are many in the true crime community that know without a doubt that she is speaking of Lauren. The creator is being petty intentionally. Keep watching her. She is going to continue to share more and more, so much more. Again, reach out to other true crime YouTube content creators that have had interactions with Lauren. Reach out to journalists that have had the face that have been the face of cases that Lauren has worked on. Lori Vallow Daybell case, Delphi case, victims of cases. Get the information that you are looking for straight from those that Lauren has attempted to hurt. I wasn't going to name names, but I'm being told to tell you to reach out to Nate Eaton of East Idaho News. I will leave you with this. Ask Lauren to her face how well she knows her assistant cameraman on the video of phone pings in Yellowstone for the Lori Vallow Daybell case. Oh dear. Oh my. Yikes. But Nate Eaton, why don't bring Nate into this? Oh dear. Reach out to Bob Mata and Andrea Burkhart too. Uh-oh. What'd she do to Andrea Burkhart and Bob Mata? Yikes on bikes. All right, we already watched the dinner, right? The dinner incident. Yeah. Not this one. All right. So let's watch now the Boise dinner. Not this one. Dadgummit, Jen. Waiting for Boise Police Department escort video. All right, here we go. How you guys doing in the chat? Let me check on y'all. But you just need to tell someone, boo. Uh-oh, hold on. Did I miss something? Hold on. I feel like I'm missing things in the chat. Let me take a moment to address my chat because I want to be polite. What did I miss from Boo? Hold on. I'll play this for you guys while I look because that's rude. I don't want to just leave you guys, with all the dead air while I look.
Grayson. So I just want to explain what happened. Here's Grayson. Here am I. I had this sitting here because this is where it is. And now, after they had dinner, they're sitting across. He felt threatened. I told him he felt threatened. And now, here they all are.
Yes, and now here they all are. What are they doing? They're sitting there. I don't understand it. I thought they were at another restaurant eating carrot cake. Let these women eat their cake. Lauren.
Sitting across at a different restaurant getting groceries.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Okay. Let's talk about how we left it last time. All right. When we last left Lauren in the prior video, in fact, you know what? For the sake of clarity, we're going to watch this nonsense again. Okay? And then we're going to mention it all. All right, here we go.
She was recording me, so I did what you did. I just waved. And then she proved she was, but it was flipping me off as I waved. I don't know what. Don't stare. Don't stare. I do. Remember what we decided. Thank you. Please do not give them air.
About today?
What?
About today? You sent her a cease and desist. You had the cops call Christina about stuff that you did. You shouldn't be waving at her. You shouldn't be talking to her. You should be staying far away from her.
So the cops have nothing to do with what
I'm just saying, don't.
I was asking about a seat. I was asking about a seat. I walked away.
You said Lindsay. You said Lindsay. Lindsay. Is anyone sitting here? Don't talk to her.
Lindsay's in her 30s. She can talk to her. Lindsay's in her 30s.
Don't talk to her.
Lindsay can talk
I'm not talking to you.
Lindsay doesn't want to talk to her. She sent her a cease and desist letter. Why wouldn't Lindsay talk to her?
The cease and desist is letter to Christina, and the police calling Christina. I didn't request that.
I can't hear
someone,
you.
Just stay away.
Someone that
Stay away. Just stop acting like nothing happened, that you haven't done anything. Leave
I
her alone.
haven't done anything, and I will stand by that forever.
Uh-oh. Simmer down, Battle Cat. I haven't done anything, and I will stand by that forever. Girl.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with you guys. It has nothing to do with
We are
this.
her friends, and we will back her up till the day
A cease and
she dies.
desist is a legal business. It has nothing to do with you guys.
Things that you did.
What did I do?
You accused her of things you did.
What did I do?
You sent her cease and desist, and then
What
you
did I do?
approached her. You approached her after you
A
sent
cease
her
and
a cease
desist?
Why would you want to approach her after you sent her a cease and desist?
I asked if I could
I know.
sit.
I told her there wasn't.
I was at a press conference.
So then she kept asking. I know. What does that have to do with anything?
When there's not a lot of seats, you say,
There were lots of empty seats she could have sat at, but she chose to ask about sitting. She chose to specifically approach somebody by name that she sent a cease and desist to. It's just like,
great, guess what? You know what? I work with Lindsay, and she tried to get me sued. So guess what? I don't give a fuck.
Uh-oh.
I don't know you.
Uh-oh. I'm going to tell you what I hear in this, because this is about like the 50th time I've watched this, okay? I think Lauren changed tact because Grayson said, I don't give a fuck. Because there's many ways to say the F word, right? But that I don't give a fuck, Grayson, that came from your gut. That came from your soul, girl. We all felt that, okay? That is not, I'm scared for my life. I'm very intimidated. We're just trying to have a nice dinner, and here you guys are confronting me at the dinner table because you're over here dropping damn ass F-bombs. Stop it. Oh, I'll go check that out, Robin. I like anybody who knows the law and is funny. That is like perfect for me. This is just I think the F-bomb is what caused Lauren to change tact. We're going to go back 10 seconds cuz listen to Lauren, listen to Grayson, and then after the F-bomb gets dropped, here we go.
Too. It's like
Great. Guess what? You know what? I work with Lindsay, and she tried to get me sued. So guess what? I don't give a fuck.
I don't know you.
Well, you know me. You don't know me well.
I have your phone number because I wanted to get eyelash extensions, but we've never hung out. No, I don't know you. So could you please get away from our table because you're making me uncomfortable. I don't know you. I don't know why you guys approached us.
Okay. You asked her to get away from the table, right? She said she'd be happy to do that. That's where it freaking ends, Lauren. You keep going. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Let me tell you about the rules of the playground. Don't start, none won't be none. If you're done and you don't want to talk to somebody, guess what you do? You shut up and you stop talking, period. You asked her to leave, but then you continue to engage her in conversation.
We asked about a seat at a press conference. I don't approach you guys when we're all hanging out together.
We don't all hang out together.
You guys, I know. So you're approaching me while I'm trying to have dinner. I approached you at a press conference.
Okay. Look, Lauren, you're at a 10, and I need you to be at like a 3, lady. Calm down. Don't come out your hair. She approached you. It sounded like she showed up at your dining room table and confronted you over steak and potatoes. Girl, you are at a public restaurant outside. Stop it. She didn't pull up. Give me a break. And you continue to engage her.
About a seat. Could you please? She's bothering us. Could you tell her to leave us alone?
Now she gets.
I don't know her.
Now she gets the teacher. She's bothering us. Can you get her to leave? I don't know her. Lauren, you are not Mariah Carey. And that is definitely not J-Lo. Stop it right now. I don't know her. You have her phone number and you were going to get eyelash extensions. Let me tell you something. You only got the 2 eyes, okay? And I ain't just letting any random somebody put nothing near my eyes. You obviously know her on some level. Stop playing with these people. And she's just laughing like this is preposterous. Because it is.
I've never communicated with her.
This is why I say it's performative. This is why I say it's performative right here. Why does the waiter need to know your entire LinkedIn life story history with this person? He doesn't. You said that she was bothering you. Could you ask them to leave? He said yes. Then you go on to continue. That's how it's performative. When people throw in unnecessary details, let me tell you what the correct response to the waiter was. Thank you. And then you go back to enjoying your dinner. Maybe order a cocktail to calm the fuck down. I don't know. But this ain't it, sis. This is ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. I'm rewinding it so you can hear how she goes on to the damn waiter who's just trying to do his job. Leave that man alone. All he wanted to do was bring you your food, not hear your life story.
She's bothering us. Could you tell her to leave us alone? I don't know her. I've never communicated with her.
Sorry, Hoochie, I don't know why that's not up yet.
Thank you.
I've never communicated with her. I'm sorry, that it just irritates the crap out of me. Why does that matter? Why does the lawyer, the lawyer, now you got me all flustered. Why does the waiter care about that? He's just trying to bring you your friggin' mac and cheese, lady. Shut up. I would have kicked all y'all out. Let me tell you.
At least they got the mac out.
Now you can enjoy your dinner, Lauren. All right. Now we're waiting for the police. Okay, in Boise. This is after the video that we just watched.
So I just want to explain what happened. Here's Grayson. Here am I. I had this sitting here because this is where it is. And now.
Wait a minute. Already, we are 8 seconds into the video, and I have questions. Ma'am, who are you documenting this for? Didn't you already call the popo? Ain't La Jura on the way? What is this documented for? You're documenting some ladies eating some damn carrot cake across the street. Oh, the horror, the humanity. Girl, bye. This is ridiculous. This is a waste of resources. This is a waste of time, frankly. But you know what? I'm committed now. Now you done irritated me. So now I'm dug in, and we're going to mention it all. But before we do that, let's have a little palate cleanser from this redonkulousness. Hold on, where's it at? Where is it? We're going to have 2 palate cleansers because we haven't done a palate cleanser in a long time over here because I haven't been live in a while. Brace yourselves. Here we go.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I wouldn't want to be roped into this in no kind of way. In fact, if I were sitting at that table and she was videoing me, I'd be like, hell no. And delete my name and number from your phone. The friendship door just closed. That's it. That's all. It's freaking ridiculous. Where's the next one? We need one more. It was too much. Where's it at? Where's Peter? Here we go.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I mean, why are you I don't understand why you're documenting this. There's street cameras, there's the cameras at the restaurant, but here you go. Oh God. Woodward and Bernstein over here documenting all the things, uncovering the lies, shedding light on the truth. Get out of here. All right, here we go. And these poor innocent people that their names are Paul and ain't involved with y'all. And now look what you've done.
So after they had dinner, they're sitting across. He felt threatened. I told him he felt threatened. And now here they all are sitting across at a different restaurant getting groceries.
Wait a minute. Back the milk truck up. You mean they left the restaurant where you were in fear for your safety and couldn't enjoy your meal? And now they're across the street. You asked them to leave and they left. And now they're trying to have some damn cake and a drink. And that's a problem for you? Girl, you are completely, nothing can satisfy you. Bye. Here we go. Let's rewind. This is just ridiculous. This poor girl.
And now here they all are sitting across at a different restaurant getting groceries. It's Lindsay, it's Lori, and they're looking. And I feel like we can't leave, and now we feel.
Okay. It's Lindsay and it's Lori, and they're looking. Oh my God. You mean there are people in a public place enjoying carrot cake with their eyes open, looking around? The humanity. This is ridiculous. I'm doing this last one and I'm ending it for tonight. And we're going to go over to Allie's in like 30 minutes, but I need to eat something because this is complete and utter poppycock. I mean, complete and utter poppycock.
It's Lindsay, it's Lori, and they're looking, and I feel like we can't leave, and now we feel frightened. And one thing they said, we've been very drama-free all afternoon. We worked the same trial.
Wait a minute. You've been drama-free all afternoon. Stop it. Stop it. Unsolved Amy, thank you so much. Amy did this all, or sorry, Amy wrote, Lauren did this all to herself. Yes, she did. We've been very drama-free. We don't do anything. We've been minding our business. Grayson didn't say, I don't give a fuck about her friend. That's the thing. She said, Lindsay tried to get me sued. So guess what? I don't give a fuck. I mean, what is happening here? Is this, yeah, does drama free mean something different there? What? Wait a minute. How have you been drama free all afternoon? Excuse me, ma'am, I have questions. Did you or did you not put in your declaration that Lindsay was yelling at you at the press conference for asking to sit next to somebody else? I mean, did I miss that? So I would call that drama. Here we go. I'm going to let it play through.
And I feel like we can't leave, and now we feel frightened. And one thing they said, we've been very drama-free all afternoon. We worked the same trial. And one thing they said as they approached our table is stop acting like nothing's wrong. We're just trying to be professional while we...
Okay. I can't help this. I'm sorry. I swear to God, I'm going to make this comment and then I'm going to be quiet and let it play all the way through. In fact, I'll go all the way back because I feel bad because I've interrupted it so much. But the audacity in this and the lies. And also, who are you talking to, Lauren? This sounds like one of your friggin' lunchtime lives that you do outside of the trial. Why are you recapping this? Didn't you get the whole confrontation documented on your phone? And you called the popo? Who is this for? Who? Now you got me sounding like some damn ass bootleg Hogwarts out. Who? But who is this for? Who is this for? Jay, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the ward. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But who are you documenting this for? Is this, what do you think you're going to win? You're going to be at cons? Is that what's next? You're going to make some kind of video? Get out of here, man. All right, I'm rewinding it all the way, and then I'm going to shut up. I promise I'm not even going to I'm not even going to talk at all. I'm just going to mute.
So I just want to explain what happened. Here's Grayson. Here am I. I had to sit in here because this is where it is. And now, after they had dinner, they're sitting across. We felt threatened. I told him he felt threatened. And now, here they all are, sitting across at a different restaurant, getting new drinks. It's Lindsay, it's Lori, and they're looking. And I feel like we can't leave, and now we feel frightened. And one thing they said, we've been very drama-free all afternoon. We worked the same trial. And one thing they said as they approached our table is stop acting like nothing's wrong. We're just trying to be professional while we cover trials together. That's our waiter, and we asked him to get rid of them. And we now feel like we can't leave. And they're all sitting and I'm looking side-eye. I don't want to look over because they're like waiting for us. And so I'm not leaving.
Okay. First of all, get rid of them. I mean, I don't, like if we're doing a reach, which you seem to like to do, which by the way, I really hope that you stretched before that reach. Okay. Shmita, thank you so much for being a member for 3 years, babe. I appreciate it. 36 months. You debate. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love my Shmita. And now we can't leave. Girl, what are you doing? This is absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, it's ridiculous. This is beyond petty. This is beyond unnecessary. They're sitting across the way. They just ordered drinks, which means you've been watching them this whole time, monitoring them. Put a 1 in the chat if you order a drink and then get up and leave. Wouldn't the smart thing to do to have been, if you're that concerned, they just ordered drinks, they're clearly eating cake. Why don't you just get up while they're eating the cake? Ain't nobody walking away from a fresh cocktail. Stop playing with these people. That's what I would have done. But instead, you call the cops, whatever. They escort you. Ridiculous. I suppose I can't really get onto her for calling. The cops being there was probably a good thing because, quite honestly, in every video that I've seen, it's Lauren that initiates the conversation. It's Lauren that's initiating the contact, and I think she would have initiated the contact again. That's what I think. And at that point, I don't know if anybody had been drinking or how much they'd had to been drinking, but I can tell you that people, human beings, alcohol and a confrontation are never end well. Especially if there's a friend group that doesn't like each other. It's like the Sharks and the Jets. It ain't finna end well. Okay? So whatever. All right. Now, I'm going to leave it here. We are going to watch the body cams. I'm going to do this tomorrow night. Don't you guys worry. I'll be back. But I need to have something to eat before we go over to Allie's. Don't worry, you don't have to do a thing. Go get you a piece of cake and a cocktail or a drink, whatever you want to do. Go get you a snack and a beverage. I'll leave it up to you. Because as soon as this live ends, it's going to automatically redirect you over to Alex Erickson's channel where we're going to talk about Letitia and see what she's been getting up to inside the clink. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you haven't done so, do me a favor. Give your girl a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Share with your friends. Tell them to come on over. We're going to watch all these exhibits and discuss it and mention it all. And I'm going to call it like I see it. And I am fair because when Christina was being ridiculous and petty and showing, I had criticism for her too. That mic is ridiculous. I can't take anybody seriously holding a miniature microphone. So, anyway. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Let me highlight this. I'm upset that they're back to doing these ridiculous handles because most people's handles are not the same. And hold on, where did it go? Cripes. Here it is. Thanks, Yanni. I appreciate it. Or maybe it's Yannick's. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I don't like the handles. It's not fun for me. It's hard because nobody. Yes, everybody, go to your settings and change your handle so that it matches what you originally chose for your username on the YouTubes. It's too much. But I'm glad that you found me, and I'm glad that you guys are here. And I shall see you tomorrow night, same time, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to mention it all. I'll see you guys over on Allie's channel. You guys have a great night. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Bye.